in this question, question number 22, the question says a gentleman decided to treat a few children in the following manner. He gives half of his total stock of toffees and one extra to the first child, and then half of the remaining stock along with one extra to the second, and continues giving away in this fashion. His total stock exhaust after he takes care of 5 children, right? How many toffees were there in his stock initially? So as we know that after giving to the fifth children, he left with zero toffees, right? What he have started with, that is the question. So suppose if we say that he started with x, right? So if he started with x, what he given to the first child, that is x by 2 plus 1. So that means what he is left with, x by 2 minus 1. Again he given what, half of this, which you can say that x by 4 minus 1 by 2 plus 1, and again the left with half of this minus 1. So we can say x by 4 minus 1 upon 2 minus 1 you're left with, right? So if you see that what is basically the pattern here, we are going right, half plus 1 is gone, which means half minus 1 is remaining. Now we'll do this till the fifth children, right? And after that the remaining part will be what, 0. So suppose for an example, if we have given the last, before giving to the last kid he had z chocolate, what I'm saying, that he had z chocolate. So what he had given to fifth child, this is z by 2 plus 1, right? And he left with zero chocolate, right? Am I clear? Which means that after giving z by 2 and plus 1, he's left with 0 chocolate, which means basically he left with z by 2 minus of 1, right? What he left with is z by 2 minus of 1, and that z by 2 minus 1 is basically what, 0. So what we can say, that z is equals to 1, z by 2 is equals to 1, or we can say z is equals to 2. So as you know that before giving to the fifth child, if we had two toffees, so he will give half, which is 1, and left with 1, that e 1 also he have to give, because the fashion that he gives is half plus 1. So half of 2 is 1 and plus 1 is 2 itself, so he left with 0. Can you figure out the pattern that goes here is, right? So from last child to giving, from last to previously the remaining one, how we are getting, this is basically the one is going that side, basically plus 1 into 2, right? So similarly we'll do, so that means what, we'll solve this question in reverse order. That means what, we'll start from end and we'll move towards the starting. We'll not start from the starting and move towards the ending, because that will be the difficult. We will get the x by 2, x by 4, x by 8, x by 16, 32, 64 and so on, right? So doing that will take much time, so we'll solve the questions in reverse order. So before giving to the fifth child, he had to. Now before giving to the fourth child, how many chocolates does that gentleman had? That is 2 plus 1, which is 3 into 2. So before giving this, what we can say, this is 2 plus 1 into 3. Here we did 0 plus 1 into 2. Here is 2. So 2 plus 1 into 3. Sorry, 2 plus 1 into 2. That is twice. So that is 6. So from 2, then 6. Then 6 plus 1 is 7. Into 2 is 14. Then 14 plus 1 is 15. 15 into 2 is 30. And the last, which is the initial one, 30 plus 1 is 31, into 2 is 62. So the gentleman had initially 62 chocolates with him. So he given half plus 1, half, which is 31, plus 1 is 32, left with 30 chocolate. Now 30 plus half, 15, plus 1 is 16, left with 14 chocolate. 14 plus half, 7 plus 1, 8 chocolates, so left with 6 chocolate. So this this is after the first, this is after the second, this is after the third, right? And this is after the fourth. So he has given how many chocolates? Half of 6, which is 3, plus 1 fourth to the fourth chocolate, and left with 2. Then half of 2 is 1 plus 1, given all the chocolates to the fifth kid, and left with 0. So from this, we'll get the answer in reverse order. So the chocolate initially had is 62. I hope this is clear to you. For this type of questions, keep in mind that first of all, check what are the patterns. Is this plus 1 into 2, minus 1 into 2, or plus 2 into some other values, maybe giving one third, then in that case we'll multiply with 3, giving one fourth will multiply with 4, giving one more, that's why this is 1 added into 2, giving one less, so this will be minus 1. So and so on, will keep solving from the reverse order, right? I hope this is clear to you. Thank you.